So, I have not said anything on Ark Survival Evolved Aquatica DLC situation other than few tweets. I felt like I don't have much to say and criticize Snail Games after telling them they should revive ASE and start making updates. And they exactly did that after a month later I made that video. I don't think my video made any impact on the situation, and also I think it's impossible because they announced Ark Aquatica after only a month later I made that video. I also don't have any insider information if you're wondering. It was just common sense. You might be surprised because of the use of that word, but it is common sense to update Ark Survival Evolved. I didn't make a video about criticizing Ark Aquatica, even though their first trailer and then the AI trailer was horrific. The first one was with in-game footage, but it was very low quality. I think any decent Ark YouTuber could have done better. Anyone, let's say, who has more than 50,000 subscribers should be qualified to make something better than that first leaked trailer. And the AI trailer was just AI in its early development stages. That's the timeline we are living at the moment, and it cannot be appealing at the moment. Maybe it will in the years to come, but right now it's a nuisance. It reeks low quality, so it was received a whole lot of hate, and that is justified to some extent. Now, they did what I want them to do, but they did it terribly. I was even ashamed of asking for updates for ASE because how bad it was. I consider that a good idea executed horribly, but up until this point. Yukari made a great Ark Aquatica trailer and Garrett Cooker cooked the music. All in all, the new trailer was good. Now, I would like to say a few things to certain people and certain mindset about this. You guys need to calm down. You don't have a much of a moral high ground here. Holding a company to their word is a good thing. I agree with you there wholeheartedly, but you're not trying to stop a genocide happening on live TV. This is about a video game company and their games. It's always good to stick with your plans. Yes, of course, but when that plan fails, it's also okay to make new plans. This is not that of a horrible thing. You might not like it, but you have to curb that enthusiasm a little bit. Turning this into a political movement-like behavior is kind of upsetting, especially when there is actually causes you can use that ethical incentives. But these game developers are working with their players and they are obliged to serve their interests, at least most of the player base's common interests. Few days ago, Ark Survival Evolved in-game player count hit an all-time high for almost 2 years, and it reached 62,000 players concurrently. So here's the deal. Their promise to sunset the ASE and never update it again almost 2 years ago, or 62,000 players playing this game just few days ago. Which do you think holds more water? You might be done for good with ASE because Wildcard said that the ASE was finished and it was time to move on. You deleted ASE and turned it into a memory. That's alright. You might even be so used to having ASA Unreal Engine 5 graphics, and seeing ASE graphics makes you dizzy. That's alright too. But so many people are not like that, holding a company down so tightly because what they planned did not turn out to be a success is not that ethical if you ask me. Yes, they said ASE was done, but you know what happened also? Tens of thousands of players did not migrate to the new game. If they were supposed to sunset ASE forever, players were supposed to migrate to the ASE as well, don't you think? So there are two sides of this story. Backing out of your word is of course not a good thing, but a gaming company is supposed to serve its players. Their plan failed, and now, as I said in my previous video, and that is making a new plan. And this is exactly that. So updating ASE and bringing back official servers somehow, some way is helping these players that do not want to migrate to the next game. A lot of ASA players need to understand this one thing. ASA is very expensive to run. I bought a brand new PC with a 4060 Ti GPU last year just to run ASA smoothly. I went out on my budget quite a lot, but it was not a good experience. And then I made a new plan, which that was to upgrade my GPU after a year later when I saved up some more, but I couldn't. And that was almost 6 months ago. I was planning to upgrade. When 50 series GPUs were released, they were not super good, so that contributed to a price increase of 40 series. So the new GPUs made the old ones more expensive, at least where I am from. So at the moment I am stuck with 4060 Ti. It does run ASA pretty well, but anything lower than that should be very disappointing experience for lots of people. So when you can run ASA smooth as a butter, you might be wanting everyone to come play on your server cluster, and anything that might undermine this wish might make you very upset, but that's just not possible anytime soon, and it's not going to be possible for at least couple of years. If I was Wildcard and Snail Games, I would keep both Ark games updated and on par with each other and balance their gameplay, mechanics, maps, and all the content would be exactly the same. First game would be for low tier PCs and systems, and the second one would be only a graphical update for high tier PCs. I bought a new PC to play ASA last year, and my 4060 Ti is not having a good time with it. It can run the game well and has decent FPS, but still, it's not enough to feel comfortable and smooth. It's going to be years for everyone to have strong enough PCs to run ASA properly. It's so demanding. I expect at least 5 more years for everyone that is running ASE properly to upgrade their PCs so they can run ASA properly as well. It could be even more than 5 years, to be honest. In this economy, you are not going to see a huge decline in ASE player base. Also, this video doesn't mean I will buy Ark Aquatica immediately. Trailer looked good, yes, but is it really good? We don't know yet. We will see that later. Also, the pricing needs to be reasonable. Then I would consider buying it. But I made this video against ASE hate. I like both games. I plan to upgrade my GPU in the near future and enjoy ASA with better equipment. But until that happens, I would like to keep ASE as well. And I feel like this a little bit getting too close to difference between people with financial situations and the gap between people. Anyway, that's probably a reach, but 62,000 people can also have updates and new DLCs. I don't want to contribute to the divide between Ascended players and Evolved players, but you are literally buying dinos on Ark Survival Ascended. You don't like it, you criticize it, but you're still buying it. So I think everyone needs to cool down a little bit on the Ark Aquatica hate. Thank you all for watching, and I hope this video contributes to the Ark community in a positive way. And